Again, Miss Ones and Dads, welcome to our second walkthrough of the Cube game. Now, we did the first one. It was a bit of an experiment. I've never done a walkthrough before, and as per usual, it proves that while I'm gibbering on and I can make the odd mistake. The main thing to note, and I'll put it in the comments of the first video, is with the scene where we had two white blocks and a blue bouncy block. You had to put the green block at the bottom one so you could change the top one. One of the rules of the game, and it's not really very clear of it, but when you have the green panel, even though you've dropped a block, if you remove the green panel, the green block will disappear. So that's the main reason for having two of those at the top, and if I'd remembered it rightly at the time, I still managed to do it right because I knew what I was planning to do. That was the reason behind it, but I'll pop a comment in the box. And just waiting for these guys to finish talking. This is where I came in. Where do I go out? I go out here. Right, so the plot thickens. I'll let you enjoy the plot as you go through it. I'm just here to show you the levels. Now, I'm not sure if I'm just going to play this continuously like we normally do, or if I will just cut room to room. Usually if I make a complete mess of it, I might have to start that part of the room again, but we shall see. So this is chapter 4 still. Although I think we're pretty much completed on chapter 4, we shall soon see. But say again, it's a nice fun game. If you've not seen the first walkthrough, you've got these white squares which you can turn into either green, blue or orange. Sometimes I call it yellow even though it's orange. It's just my brain. But you've got those options there and you use them to get yourself through the room, crystal maze style. So once you get from the start of the room to the end of the room, you sort of carry on your journey. Now the game does change slightly because you have to go in 3 or 4 rooms to sort of find your next way out, as you'll see shortly. Now we've just dropped a big height here. Now we're in this room now where we are. See all these wires here. So we've got this strange decombobulator or whatever it's going to be called that we need to unlock, and the way we unlock this is by activating each of these wires. So the main trick for this part of the game is to let me just do what they say in the background to keep the game going, is to follow each wire one at a time and then go to the room, do whatever's needed in the room, and then the wire then should be highlighted, and then you can follow the wire back to this big machine. Now once we've done this machine, we will then sort of raise ourselves or teleport us up into a different part of the room. So we are going to pick a door, although I think I have to wait for them to stop talking. Let's see which way it's going to let us go. Do we have to follow a coloured wire? Blue, right, so this blue wire now has been illuminated. This is good because it gives us a path. I was thinking if there's one room and 4 doors to choose from, you won't know exactly which way I am going, but we're following the blue wire there, something which I would do at the very end of the game, because the main reason for repeating this and also recording what we've done is that we've already completed the game, and at the end of the game you get to choose red or blue. We followed red, and spoiler alert, switch the volume off for a couple of seconds. If you choose red, your hero turns to stone. So this time we're going to follow the blue wire when we get to it, and I think that's chapter 10 or 11. The chapters get named differently towards the end of it, but it's 10, 11, 12, something like that. But say we're starting chapter 5 now, which is Tangled, so I'm guessing it's got that name because we're following these wires. So without further ado, and I need to comment what second we're on because I've been wittering on for a bit and we haven't even started a walkthrough yet. We are following these wires. So this wire has led us into this room. So the first thing we need to do is bounce up. So we do that by selecting our blue, which was already selected, and clicking on it here. Because the Fortnite controls, I always have to get my RTs and RBs mixed up. Anyway, here we go, we click on here, now we're up to the top. Now we cannot get through this door, we can get through this door down here. So is this the only one we can do? Yeah, it looks like it. So you have no choice but to go through this door here. Again, sorry for those who are just itching on doing the first room. We'll get there in the end. I will put in a comment when to start watching by. Ignore this babbling old geezer if you want to see the actual blocks themselves, but you need to know where you're going, I guess. Not that you've had much choice. It goes up and down all these stairs. Is that just to get to a different part of this magical room, or is it loading, or there's some reason why? But we have to move around quite a lot, and eventually we're going to find ourselves in a room. Right, So first of all we'll pop a block on here to jump up, and now we need to do, say, a yellow block, orange block. I'm not colourblind or anything, it's just I see it as yellow. Right, so now we have these, what's new to chapter 5, these pressure pads. So if you press a pressure pad, you'll see that those stairs went up. So I want to get up there. Now, once I get off the pressure pad, I can't move up the stairs. So the trick here is to put a green block on our little panel here. Here we go, and push it down. Now the green block is on there, nice and neat, and our stairs have been put down for us. Excellent. Now we have another panel, and what does this do? Let's always find out what the panels do. Let's have a look. Give us a clue. Let's do something. Go through here. I don't know what it did. Anyway, we're through to the next room. So the first level of each chapter does tend to be quite straightforward. So again, that was just a case of working out that you had to put a green block on the pressure pad so that the pressure pad is stuck down. Now we've got a couple more pressure pads here. We have a movable bar there, and also it looks like this moves too. So if I just press this pad here, that moves that one over there, and if I press on this one, I'm guessing that's going to move our friend over here. Right, brilliant. So, and we need to get up the top, so we need to get on here. So we do that by jumping from here onto there, because that is the sort of the diagonally one. So if I just jump on here, we'll see that we get to there. So what we need to do is get this panel moved over to the right hand side. So if this is moving nicely over here, so what I'm going to do is pop a green on here and push this down. Now that will then move this block over here, which is perfect for us. So now I'm going to pop a, oh, I'm terrible. Right, teething troubles as always. If you remove a green, just like we did in the other walkthrough, it stops it from happening. You will do this many a time. It's just my inability to work the controls properly. So I've got a blue on here. Our panel has now come across there, so I'm going to jump on the blue and it's going to take us across here. Now I can't move at the moment, but if you remember, if you press X on a block, it moves the block. So the panel will then have removed the green and we can walk through. So it's not too complicated so far, even though I managed to mess it up again. But now we're going on to the next bit. Right, we'll pop a blue here, thank you very much, and we'll jump up here. Here we go. And as long as you hit the blue thing, it sort of takes you to the right place where you need to end up. So now this here, are we going to go orange and green? So again, orange, and we'll put a green down, so it's like a step, green, orange, jump. So you'll see that many times in this game. I always just try jump straight up first, just to see how we go. Okay, so here's the new room, and what we have to do is get out here. Now you will notice there's some steps up there. That is activated by pressing on this pressure plate. I say I'm just doing this to speed it up slightly because, as per usual, it takes me a while to work out the room. Now we had a green, and we pop a green on here. What happens there is that this white block we can make an orange, and if we make this an orange we can push that green block out onto here. Now what that does is it means this panel appears and you can walk across here and you can stand on the block, and that block then moves those stairs out there. The reason I re-recorded this is I did this section first, which puts this stairs up, but then they disappear. So what we need to do here is press on this pressure pad and it puts the stairs up. Now how do we do this? What we want to do is we can either drop a green from here, but as you'll see, if you drop a green it doesn't actually reach, it just falls to there and doesn't make it. So the next best thing here is to put a blue here, and we will drop a green down there which will fire the blue, but it goes a little bit too far. So if we put an orange here, then we can put our green block at the top here and fire it, and it will hit the orange block and then it will jump down. If the orange block wasn't there it would fall far through the floor, and so we will walk up the stairs now, and now we can get out. Now hopefully that is about a 3-minute walkthrough and not a 5-minute one, so we can get more rooms in. And now we're just walking between the doors. In this room we've got a new thing to introduce into the game, and that is a fan. So I'll just show you here. Here is a fan. Now if I jump in here, you will see that it propels me up, but it doesn't propel me up too far because I'm not coming down from a distance. What we need to do is we need to get across over to there, then go around onto this bit here and then jump over to this bit up here, so it's a high step. So what you need to do in this thing is to get higher so the fan propels you further. So if I just pop a blue onto there, now I'm higher up, so I'll jump just to get a little bit more elevation. I don't think you need to jump, but it will help. And then onto this pad. Again, that blue pad gives you a clue that that's where you need to go. Now I want to get over to here. Now there's no obvious way, these are flat, so what it's suggesting is that there's not much scope for doing anything. You could put an orange block down there and jump from there, but I think with the aid of this blue bounce pad it's enough to get across because the fan will help us. If we just jumped we'd get nowhere, but I'm just going to use the pad. It's fired me into the fan, and now I'm down here, so that's a bonus. Now there's this room here, we've got a panel here. Now one other trick about the fans is if you block the fan then you do not get blown by it. So I'm just going to pop myself up here onto this pressure pad. That will bring our friends across here. Now again, this is something that we can do. Now at the beginning of the game you can only put one of these down, so I'm just going to pop a yellow one here on a jump across. Now if I stand behind the yellow here I will not get blown off. If I do not put this orange down, what happens is it blows me into the game panel there and I can't get across. So that is how you do that room. So it's a bit of fanology is that one there. So as you'll see in the next few levels, I assume so, there's lots of fans that appear. So nice and straightforward. Okay, we've got a normal sort of stepping stone to get up. So as we've seen before, we'll pop a green there and then an orange there. And then we jump up, and now with oranges here we can put another green there and bring it out, and that's our final step. And we're going up this way, little cheeky left turn, and we're through to the next door. So although that might just look like a load of wide squares, it's how to get up a small panel. So we need to follow the wire. So do we need to get up here? Let's have a quick look around. I think we need to get up here. So what we need to do is first of all see what this pad does. It looks like we have to put something on it. If I press this pad it moves this board over here. So we want to jump up there, so we have to get this down here and then we can ping ourselves on it. So we have a few options here with the pads. If I just pop a green on here, this would be the simplest one, but it doesn't reach. So what we need to do is we have to put an orange on here, because we're going to have to fire one from this part here, I'm pretty sure. So if I make this blue and this one green, it will hit the orange and fall down onto the base. And now we are here. Now we just got to be careful not to smack our face on that one. So I'm just going to make this one blue here. Now as soon as we make this one blue, the other one is not blue anymore. One thing I forgot in the first walkthrough, and there we go, we jumped onto the orange. That was a bit of a fluke because I was actually trying to avoid it, but we actually needed it to stand to get up. So bit of luck in that one there. And now I've turned this on and it is moving this panel left to right. So if I come off here, we need to get up here. So we want to bounce. If I press on here, we've got some stairs, so that goes up. So what we need to do is put something on here while we're on there, and then we can walk up. So there's a small amount of skill involved, I guess. So what we need to do is pop a green here. So this is green here. We have to run over to that panel to go up, and then as we're running we have to drop the green. So to drop a green, I get the right button, it's RT. So there we go, that's the green dropped. Now I'm going to run around here, finger on RT, getting ready, and go. Oh, just made it. So there's a little bit of skill involved in there. There's not many levels with huge amounts of skill, but that is how we get up and jump, jump, jump. And now we want to get... So now we have a room, we have a fan there, a few panels on the floor and there, and it looks like we have to go over here somewhere. So if I press on this bounce pad, the fan comes on. If I press on this one, the wall goes up. Okay, so what we need to do is turn the fan on and blow ourselves over to this area here. So we need to get a green on this here. So the best way I think to do that is to pop a blue on here, because we need to ping it, and then a green on there, and then drop the green onto there, and the fan, hopefully, has knocked it on here. Excellent. So now I'm going to walk across here. I need the water to go down. Now I think this is a skill level, so I'm going to pop a blue on here. Hopefully everything's still in place. Then I'm going to run off, jump on there, and hopefully it's going to take us across to the other side. Super. Now the wall comes down, we're on our bounce pads, and we can walk through the door. Fairly straightforward room, that one. And now we come into this jar, whatever it's called, and it's put a nice blue light on for us. Now the only way out is to follow the blue, so we have to go all the way down, and we're back into the main room. So now next question is, which is the next door to go through? So that's locked there. Just going to pop a blue on the floor here so we can get up. Which one? So the green is now lit, so what we're going to do, I'm pretty sure, oh, here's a room here. Is there any other ones we can get into? Can we get into this one? No. Right, so we have to do them in order, it looks like, anyway, so we will go into this door here. So this is, okay, so we come into this room here, we've got massive fanage here, so we're going to need to use these to blow us around. We need to get up to that point there, so there's a door here that we're going to have to break open. So what we need to do is smash a green, I'm pretty sure, into that part there. So if I click on here, it moves the things left to right. Now I'm almost certain that this has to be a blue to ping us up there. The question is, how do we get a green on there? Now will a green just drop? Either way, let me just make this one an orange. Hi Hunter, come to play. And if I put a green here, drop the green down. Now my theory is that when I get on here, nothing's going to happen because the orange is protected in the green. Come to play. Yeah. And then if I just press X on the orange, that's sent the green over there. Bang, has that opened it? Excellent. So now that's open. So we need to do the same with ourselves, I'm guessing. We need to get up there, so same sort of procedure, but we need somebody on this pad, if I can stand on it, to keep it down. So if I do a blue here and a green here, the usual tactics, that will pop something down there, and we are on the panel. So I am going to put an orange here. We might need to use a skill with this one, but we'll see. Can you... I can't move. Orange! I need to do this bit first. Right, let's get back up here. So if I... Now the orange is there, let me just cancel this green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here by the orange, and now hopefully I can still reach up and I can ping the green there. Press the green. Green. So the green's going to fly over there. That's going to now move us. I'm behind an orange. So I'm going to make this one a blue, and I'm just going to remove the orange, and that will fire me up just like the block. So what you can do for the block, you can do for yourself. We've got some nice pads here to stop us hurting ourselves, and that's hopefully the first part of the fan room. We're just going to go up here, and we find this jar thing, and we press the button, and that's this section completed. So now we have a new green pretty light on, and we will head out. Oh, sorry lady, shouldn't have fallen off like that. So we're going to go out the door now, and we are through here. Now we're back to our area, so hopefully there's another door we can do. So that one's gone out now. So with all these pretty colours, follow it down here. You'll notice there's a sort of a panel going on here with different things selected. So the next door is up here. So onto this one here. Will it be fans? More fans, let's have a look. I'll pop that there, through the door. Right, so now we come into this room here, and we have a big tall panel and a fan. Pressing this button turns the fan on, and pressing this button brings the thing down here. Right, so I know what's going on here. So what we need to do is ping a green across, hit a blue, bounce up over there, but the problem is it's going to go up to there, so we need to bring this down while we do it. So I think there's a little bit of skill needed. So first of all, I'm going to put an orange there, because in case I have to walk to the fan and then you get stopped otherwise, and then that's mean I can come back to it. So I'm going to put a blue here and a green here. So bring the green up. Now if I get on here, I don't want to do the green yet, I think I need to do some timing, so we need to get this panel down. Okay, brilliant. And so what I'm going to do now is put the green on there, and I'm going to run across, and hopefully this won't have got up in time, so quickly run across, fan come on, green gets pinged up, and right, so super, so the green's on here. Now I can't get up there, so I need to fan myself, I think, across. So it's good that we've got the orange here, so I can't get past anymore. So what we need to do is, can I get an orange? I need to get the orange on this one, don't I? Right, so orange up to there. Can I get closer now? Yes, so I've got the orange here. So what I'm going to try and do now is the same there, but I'll put a blue on this one, and I need to get rid of the orange, and then let's do back to front. So hopefully it'll push me onto the blue and I'll bounce up where I need to go. So take that off, bing, backwards jump. Right, excellent, so I'm up here, and now I need to put a blue on here to jump up, and now I'm into this next part of the game. Right, so there's quite a lot going on this one. So we've got some panels here. Where do we need to get to first? We need to get to over here. So what's this panel? So we need to get this panel here across. Okay, so should we just drop a green on here and see what happens? That moves our panel across. Right, okay, this looks pretty straightforward. We need to get up there, but we need to not to get blown off. So let's just cancel this one here. First of all, I need to get up there. So we need to get up onto the machine. So let's have a look. Right, okay, so we've got some nice bouncy pads here. So I will cancel the yellow. I'm going to put a blue on here, and then I'm going to jump up onto there. Right, excellent. So I need to drop a green on there, but which side is the fan? So this fan is on this side first. This is quite a straightforward one. So orange down. Just don't remember it from doing it the first time round. So the kids did a lot of the levels. I just joined in when they got a bit stuck, and then I'm going to, once it goes past this one, so it's a bit of skill on this one, I need to bring this one down, and then that will stop me being blown off this side. Okay, a little bit of skill involved, but not too dramatic. And then we're down here, and we've got our thingy. So thank you very much, that's that one ticked on. So the aim really is just to get to these panels, so you need to move yourself around as best you can to get to them. So now we're going to go back out the door to the next one. So chapter 5 is a lot harder than all, well, 1 to 4 put together pretty much. So I need to charge the battery up, and so I'm going to pause it there, but I will record and stick it all onto one video. So thanks for watching. So spare battery on the go. Where's the next door? Up there. Up there. Follow, what colour wire did we just turn on? Was it green, I'm sure? Green, blues and blue, da, da, da. Where's that door? Right, so the door is here at the back, so it's following that blue wire, and we're into the next room. Right, let's have a look. So we need to get over there, Right then, so we've got quite a bit going on in this room. We've got a couple of pressure pads that moves the floor across here. There's a pad at the top there. The green ones only need to be touched to activate it, and then we've got another one here. So what we need to do is get this one over here, so we have a sort of, they're both pretty useless on their own, so we must have to get that under there. So if can we drop a green on here? Will that move that across? Excellent. So this is coming across now. So if I get off here, then it moves it across. So we need to get up there. So we need the green on there. So it needs to fall on the mat, and then I'll get off here, and then it will take that there. So if I quickly change this to blue, and then drop a green quickly. Oh, that's not quickly. Try again. Alright, okay, brilliant. Right, so we've got a green here. Now if I get off here, then that should move over there, and we can jump on the green. Fabulous. And press on this here. And now what's that done? That's done something, but anyway, I'm going to put blue on here. Jump up. Right, so we're here now. And what do we need to do? We need to, right, okay, so I'm going to make this one orange because we need somewhere to land, like so. But before I do, I'm just going to drop the green out there like that, so it moves across. And then when this is across here, am I lined up? I'll put a blue on it, jump on, hopefully I land on the orange. If I X the green, that will take us across, because the green on the floor now has disappeared, and that means that we can jump. Oh, cheeky, 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 I can't get up. So we need another green on top of this orange. So first of all, I just drop a green here to move across. Thank you. Then I'm going to move to the end of the panel, and instead of just cancelling it like I did before, I'm going to drop a green, because then though I've dropped it, it means the one at the bottom's disappeared. So my first strategy wasn't correct, but my second one was fine. So instead of cancelling, we just redeployed. So that was that room. It's quite a straightforward one. Some of these rooms have got so many panels, it's trying to work out just the basics, where you need to go. You have to go from A to B, etc. So now we have all the pipes coloured in. So that's good. And we're going to go off now to this door at the bottom, and that will take us further through the game onto the nice little platform. Is this the end of chapter 5? I think the time it's taken, that's going to be the whole video. It's taken a couple of edits as well, with phones ringing and cats to feed and all that sort of thing, but the main thing is that we've shown every block. Sometimes it's taken a couple of goes, but we have shown what we need to do. Now listen to these guys and girls talking, and eventually it's going to let us through into chapter 6, I'm hoping. Right, so now we're in this central place. Ujar is activating. So we went through all those doors to turn this tower on. So now we need to, I'm guessing, activate this tower and this tower. So all 3 towers are activated. So follow this blue wire now. And we're looking for chapter 6. This can't still be chapter 5, just because I've done it before and it didn't take that long to do each chapter. So run our way down. It's saving, that's always a good point. So you have to run along again. Chapter 6, Fragile Dreams. So there we go, that's chapter 5. I hope that's been useful. We'll record chapter 6 shortly. We're in another room now with a few more doors to open. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.